What's the deal, y'all? Let me back with another video, man. We got dad realizes his daughter is actually the killer, bro. He finding out his daughter actually the one catching bodies out here from Dr. Insanity. Let's get to it. Let's run it up. Y'all know what to do. Get at me in the comments. Let me know more videos you want me to react to. I love the police videos, the body cam videos, man. Those is my favorite, to be honest, bro. Those is really my favorite. So if you got fire ones that's crazy I need to react to, get at me in the comments. Let's get to it, man.
She's on the ground. So there's...
Who is it?
My mom!
This man has just been told that his wife has been murdered. However, he never could have expected that it was his daughter that was responsible.
What happened?
Your wife and daughter got into an argument.
She's going to jail forever. Your wife's dead. I was too.
On March 3rd, 2020, Ohio police responded to a 911
No, I'm sorry. That's crazy, bro. I gotta pause it right there. I can't not. I know it's 25 seconds, but I can't not pause it, bro. If you want to watch the video, go watch the video. It's right there. But dog, as a man, right? You love your kids. You love your wife. Typically, you gotta put your wife before your kid because it's the, you know what I'm saying? That's the top of the chain. You know what I'm saying? You met your wife before you met your kid. You know what I'm saying? Hear me out. You met your wife before you met your kid, but your kid is also like your sacred. That's your kin. That's your you know, that's the next generation. Imagine you don't want your kid to go to jail for the rest of their life, but you also just lost your wife to your kid. Like that would mess somebody up, bro. Like the way that would just mess you up, bro. Imagine trying to talk to other family members and they know that happened. That everybody in the neighborhood know it happened. Like that just, not only that, but everything that come after that and with that is just crazy, bro.
911 call at an address in Akron and found Brenda Powell on the floor of her kitchen with 30 stab wounds in her neck. Her daughter, Sydney, was in the house at the time and told police this was a home invasion turned brutal murder. But even though Sydney was injured as well, there were still questions left unanswered. Things weren't adding up for the cops. Brenda was on the phone with one of Sydney's college professors at the time she was attacked, and during that call, she suddenly started screaming before the phone went dead. When he called back, the voice on the other end of the phone claimed to be Brenda, but the college professor knew this was a lie and suspected Sydney was pretending to be her mother. Fearing the worst, he called 911 and the first responders arrived in no time.
So she did that to her mom while she on the phone with the professor. The professor is the one that called 911, not even the daughter who's there. So how can you claim it's already over? Case closed. How you gonna claim a break-in, but you ain't even called the police? You answered your mom's phone, pretended to be your mom's, and you didn't even call the police. The other dude called the police. That's crazy. Yeah, case closed. That's all we needed to hear. I guarantee you there's no signs of a break-in either.
This scream, combined with being called to the location, is enough probable cause for the police to forcefully enter the home. And this is what was waiting for him when he walked inside the house.
Akron Police!
Oh, there's blood all up on the
Akron Police! Where's your mom at? Okay, stay right here.
No, there's so much blood. No, please. Mom!
Man,
She's in the corner now! No!
stop.
Oh, we gotta figure out what's going on. Can you sit down?
R9, get that 32 rolling here quick. We got a female down, blood all over the place. Sergeant Smart, you just got a crime scene. Taking her outside.
You got it.
She's blood all over. I don't know. She's bleeding. Secure the scene. She looks like a 22. She looks like she's been down for a while. There's blood all over the place. There's a knife by her head and stuff like that, and there's a huge pool of blood. No, I think she just walked in on it. There's a broken window in the back, so if you can just put up some crime scene tape. As soon as AFD...
See, the other car smart. He understood. Hey, did she do it? Hey, the other car cop get it, bro. He said, nah, I don't think so, bro. I think she just walked in on it. I don't know, man. I don't know about that, bro.
He gets here, they're gonna pronounce her, I'm sure.
It turns out Brenda hasn't just been stabbed. She's also been hit over the head with an iron skillet, and her injuries are so devastating that her life hangs in the balance.
Stop! Hold on, we gotta figure out what's going on. Come on.
Is she gonna be okay?
Come on. Come on. You just need to cooperate with me, all right?
You know what? I guess the police don't necessarily know that the professor called. They just get the call and they just gotta pull up to the scene. So fair enough. I'll give the police officer a break. He probably didn't have no idea. Probably thought, okay, the call came in. She probably just walked in on it. But then you see the body's been look like it's been down for a while. I don't know.
I want my dad.
Huh?
I want my dad.
What happened? What's going on? What's going on?
We heard a bang. We heard a bang. And she told me to get out. And then I heard screaming. So I came back and she was on the ground.
Okay, you heard a
I ran
bang.
out back. There was a bang. Someone broken.
What is your name?
Sydney.
Are you cut?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're cut somewhere.
I don't think so.
Yeah, your hand.
No, I was helping her. I grabbed her.
All right, stop.
I grabbed the knife.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. We just got
I'm the dad.
Okay,
Sydney.
what's-
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sydney appears to have been injured as well, is suffering from shock, and struggling to hold herself together. Even the arrival of her father, Steve Powell, doesn't calm Sydney down. Police need to lock down the crime scene and try to figure out exactly what's happened.
The back window's broken in.
So you're gonna have to
Daddy.
inside there. So
I don't know. There
go
was
check
so
the
much
lady in the
blood.
house. Okay. She's got minor cuts.
Inside the house, there's a broken window and the knife used to stab Brenda. But something isn't quite right, as the broken window had blood dripped on the outside of it, leading police to conclude it could have only been broken after Brenda had been stabbed. However, Sydney claimed that the intruder used the window to enter and was broken before the attack, leading to the first of many inaccuracies in her story.
Yeah, because if he cut his hand breaking the window, right? So let's say he smashed the window, broke it, and cut his hand up, arm up, whatever. All that blood would be on the inside, not the outside. Because the force of doing all this, unless you hit it and then come back out, but still, like, nah, that don't really make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense. How come is anything stolen? Right? Why would somebody break in just to not steal something unless you got enemies? Right? What's the description of the person who broke in? There's a lot of questions to be asked. But the fact that the professor called, I mean, I feel like that's already, and she re-answered the phone after that already, that's already enough, to be honest with you. We just trying to just add more details onto it to solidify it.
Interesting.
Somewhere that's not you.
Okay, do we know who, where, which way?
It's the younger guy. I'm looking through here and I can see pictures. And there's a whole basement set up for what looks like.
Yep, hey, sorry, I'll call you right back. Bye. All right, let me go report that.
Yeah, there's got a man. It's probably her brother.
Well, I'll see if we can find out who else lives here.
With such a serious case with so many unanswered questions, the cops spend some time talking with homeowners nearby. They have to try and collect as much information as possible, but right now, the only person making any sense is Sydney's father.
Okay.
Do you live here, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my wife and there's my daughter.
How old's your daughter?
She'll be 20 in March. She's 19. Is she coming out?
No, not yet, sir. Just can't hang out.
Sydney.
He don't even know yet.
Can you tell me what
my
happened?
God, bro.
Huh?
He don't even know yet, bro.
Sydney. Sydney.
He ain't. The husband don't even realize that his wife is all messed up in there. He thinks she coming out still. When they gonna tell him, bro?
On its way?
Yeah, it's coming.
From where?
Yeah, that's them right there. I can hear them.
I have a female hair.
While trying to piece this puzzle together, police speak to Steve Powell and one of Sydney's friends down at the station, in the hopes that they may be able to help them shed some light on exactly what happened. But unfortunately for Steve, he has absolutely no idea Sydney is the attacker, or even worse, that his wife is in critical condition at the hospital and likely won't survive. Something detectives will have to break to him sooner than later.
Who'd you get a call from? Yeah.
Got a call from him, called me.
Oh, okay.
He said there was a call, went out, a distress call from the University of Mount Union where my daughter was going, and said, female in distress. I said, well, that's funny because Brenda's there, my wife. So I called Brenda, and it rings and rings on the cell phone. No answer. I call Sydney back. Rings and rings and rings. No answer. I call Brenda back. Ring, no answer. I'm pacing around. I call Chief back, and I'm on the phone with him, telling him there's no answer. My doctor calls me back. I said, oh, Mom's on the phone with Mount Union. I said, well, cops are on the way. And she went, there's been a break-in, and she just started going off. She said, what? She said, there's been somebody broke into the house. There's blood everywhere. She was hysterical and crying.
So at first,
Whoa. Yeah, ain't nothing adding up. So you already got a call that there's a female in distress at your house. So you call your wife, she don't answer. You call your daughter, she don't answer. You call your wife, she don't answer. And then you get on the phone with your daughter, and she said that your wife is on the phone with somebody. You tell her that you tell your daughter that cops are on the way. And then all of a sudden somebody broke into the house. What? Come on, bro. Don't be in denial. I know that's your daughter. And everybody think their kid is the most innocent kid in the world unless they just be doing fuck shit all the time. But come on, bro. Don't be in denial, bro. Think about it.
when you talked to her, she said your wife was on the phone with Mount Union.
Yes. And as soon as I said cops are on the way, the hysteria started.
Is she still attending?
Well, as far as we knew up until today, yes, but apparently not for the last, I don't know, maybe couple weeks.
What Sydney hadn't told her parents was that she'd been kicked out of college weeks before this happened, and had been lying to them ever since. But she did tell her friends, including Lauren, who lived in the same dorm.
Now, we understand that Sydney was your roommate at Mount Union?
Yes, she was for last year and then this year until she left.
And so you've been friends ever since your freshman year at St. B?
Mm-hmm.
Go over each other's houses, everything like that?
Yep. Well, she started off in exercise science freshman year, her first semester, but then she didn't like the classes, so she switched over to psychology and sociology, but then she didn't really like that, so this year she switched to education, and then she didn't like that either, and that's one of the reasons she left, is because she really couldn't find where she left. I think she struggled in her classes. I don't think her grades were the best, but she didn't really tell me that, because
yo, I ain't gonna lie, that's why you gotta be like, you gotta be parents to your kids, but you also gotta be cool with your kids too, bro. Like, just on some real shit, like, bro, I be meeting a lot of people, bro. Like, I manage a smoke shop, right? And there's this one kid, and his parents are like lawyers, and the other one's like a lawyer or something like that. And he be doing stuff. Y'all know, like the little Nas tanks, the little air that people be destroying your brain cells, you know what I'm saying? He be huffing on those, you know what I'm saying? The little Nas tanks, canister, little cream stuff, whatever. Anyways, he be buying that so much, losing brain cells. He ain't passing the bar exams. And every time he always is talking about, man, my parents always, they stress me out. I want to be creative and do music, but they want me to be a lawyer so bad, and they got him losing his fucking mind, bro. Literally just was getting arrested behind my smoke shop the other day. Parents coming in, telling me not to sell him stuff. I'm like, you need to talk to your son, bro. Y'all got him going crazy. It's not me. I can't control what he buy. An alcoholic gonna go to the liquor store. I can't control what they buy. they gotta figure out something within them, and you gotta go talk to him. So all I'm saying is like, parents be so hard on their kids, you know. I'm not saying the husband and wife are like that to her daughter, but she probably was so afraid to disappoint them in the fact that she wasn't doing it in school and probably really had like some other stuff she liked. Maybe it was hair, maybe it was makeup, maybe it was music. I don't know. Yeah, but most parents ain't gonna support that. They want their kids to go to school, do this and do that. But sometimes you gotta, you know, that's why you gotta be cool, have open communication, good or bad. You know what I mean? Like, I can talk to my parents about anything, and they gonna support me regardless. And that's why I got a healthy relationship with myself and with them. So I don't know. Just throwing that out there. Y'all let me know how you feel about that in the comments. Some parents be hard on their kids though.
I think she kept a lot of stuff hidden because when we were just talking or with our friends, she always seemed happy. Like, she seemed okay, like I said, I couldn't tell until the end where she was kind of just like struggling and she kind of was sad and just like, Lauren, I don't know what to do. I think she felt like everybody around her kind of had figured out what they wanted to do, and she hadn't.
Establishing Sydney's state of mind leading up to the incident will help detectives find out if she simply snapped or if this was premeditated. The issue is, Sydney is going to claim that she actually has no idea what happened throughout this entire case. In fact, she's going to base her entire defense on the fact that she blacked out and even claim insanity using this.
Man,
this
ain't
means
that
the
white
cops
privilege?
still have no solid proof that Sydney is the guilty party, but they're starting to discover she was hiding secrets from just about everyone.
Well, I know she's had anxiety for a while, but I think those this last semester, like starting coming back in January, when it really started, that she was kind of more like upset because she really didn't know what she wanted to do. My friends and I were worried for her because we didn't know what was going on because she didn't tell us, and like,
Lauren knew something was wrong and tried to help. At first, she had no reason to doubt her and was as supportive as any friend could have been at a time like this. But even Lauren grew suspicious of Sydney's evasive behavior.
I could tell she was getting more upset, like more sad. And I told her, I was like, I'm here, like, you can tell me, I'm here for you. If you need anything, I'm here. But she never really opened up until she was leaving and saying that she was struggling with school and that she was kind of trying to figure out what was going on, and that's when I started to try to help her.
Let's talk about this. You know, you're her best friend, and I know this is difficult, but tell us about her relationship with her parents.
Her and her parents had a really good relationship. Like, her mom and her were best friends. Probably, like, they did everything together. Like, one of the reasons she went home was to be with her mom. They were always close. She never said anything bad about her mom. She never ever talked about having an argument with her mom. Like, I can't recall every time she'd be going home, she's like, I can't wait to see my mom. Or when she goes home for weekends, she'd be like, oh, my mom wants me to come home so we can hang out and like watch movies. And she loved being home.
By this point, Sydney is becoming wrapped up in a lie that
That's interesting because like things change, right? Like, you hit 18, whatever, you go to college. Now your parents is at home. They kind of free now. You know what I mean? Your parents free now, so they don't got to worry about raising you as a, you are now, you can go into the world. Go be an adult. Get a job. Go to school. Get some money. Find a boyfriend or a husband or something. Like you can go into the world now. So now they can just kind of chill, do they thing. They don't got to be like so parental. At least all the time, 24/7, like they got to do when you a kid. So then, now that you leave and you come back, their expectations of you have changed. The way they might treat you and this and that have changed. They had a year to kind of just be like, okay, we good. Make sure you got some money, make sure you eating, you doing all right in school, this and that, come through on the weekends, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So now things have changed. So then when you come back, you might still, because you still only removed from the home for a year or two, you might come back and think that you still 17, 16. And it's like, well, nah, you 19, 20 now. You gonna get a job? You going back to, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? So things are a little different. And on top of that, you lying, so you probably fake. If they didn't know she quit school, she might be fake going to school. Like, pretending to go to school. I got class today. Now you just outside just doing random shit. Because you don't want your parents to know you're not in school. It's a lot of layers to this, man. It's a lot of layers.
She's going to struggle to escape from, but instead of owning up, she decided to make out as if college just wasn't working out for her and tried to convince her parents that they could save a lot of money on college bills if she left to pursue other things.
What's going on? Are you not going to school? She goes, I'm overwhelmed in school, and I don't really like what I'm doing, and it seems like it's a waste of my time and your money. I said, well, but that's all part of it. Nobody's going to tell you you need to do what you're doing when you're 20. You need to figure it out.
But that's not what she told her friends.
So when she's talking to you about, the problem she's having at school, did she mention that she tried talking to her parents?
Yeah, I know she definitely, especially when she left, she talked to her mom about leaving. They kind of made that decision together to leave Mount. Like, she told them that.
Lauren's suspicions were proved to be right, and Sydney was lying to her friends. But at the same time, she was also lying to her parents, who knew nothing of her problems at college until they received a phone call from Sydney's professor. So Steve and Brenda began crisis talks to find out exactly what was going on with their daughter.
So I went back, I called my wife from my daughter's phone. She picks up, she was working down at Children's, and she goes, what's wrong? And I basically told her, I said, Sydney, I think the reason we can't get on is because she's unenrolled. She hasn't been going to school.
Sydney became wrapped up in two sets of lies. The story she told her friends and the story she told her parents. Failing grades aren't the end of the world, and any parent would support their child through such difficult times. But it seems she thought her parents would be mad and couldn't bring herself to tell them she'd been asked to leave the college.
Yeah, we asked her she was doing, and she said she was good. Like, she acted like what we would see as normal. Like, she was laughing, she was having fun. She said she got jobs. Because she worked at the Akron Rubber Ducks. She's worked there for a couple seasons, so she was going to go back there. And then she also said she was looking for another job, and like everything was good, and she was trying to figure out like her next year and all this stuff, and she was going to talk to her parents about housing, trying to come back to Mount.
Once she got to Mount Union, or anytime actually, did Sydney ever drink alcohol at all, or she did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just kind of describe that for us.
She liked to drink. There was an incident in the fall of our freshman year where she drank too much, and she wasn't alcohol poisoned, but she did end up in the hospital. Her mom got her at like 2 in the morning. Usually after that, her and I were together, and she did drink. I usually kind of like slow her down after kind of her limit because she's small.
Detectives suspect Sydney.
So she might have like a drinking problem. I mean, like, dog. I mean, shit, I've had some times, bro. College, bro. I've had some times I was like, shit. I'm high on that Richter scale, man. You know what I mean? Blasted. Blasted, bro. But I ain't never ended up in no hospital. I don't even know if I know anybody who's ended up in the hospital because they drank so much. Like, you gotta drink a lot. Like, a lot. Alcohol poison, like, you gotta be drinking. And I don't know if I ever took it to that type of limit. I've probably been close, though. I ain't gonna I've probably been close, dog, but I ain't never took it to that limit. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. Let's get to the rest of this, man.
He snapped when Brenda was on the phone to her college professor and tried to cover up her lies by silencing her mother forever. The issue is, again, Sydney is claiming that she doesn't remember a thing, but it seems that she made some crucial and careless mistakes that let the detectives pick up the pieces. Sydney grabbed an iron skillet and beat her mother into submission before plunging a steak knife into her neck over 30 times.
Oh, they probably got fingerprints and all that.
Her mother on the phone and staged a break-in to try and cover her tracks.
Were you able to go in the house at all?
I made it in far enough to see the back finish. When you go into the front door, you come around the kitchen, you go in, you can see there's like a pass-through between the kitchen and the family room. From the back of the house, I could see the right hand, there's 2 big sliding windows. I could see that window was literally, it looked like it was busted. Went down the hallway probably about 2 feet, just enough to see blood all the way down the hallway.
Sadly, Brenda didn't survive her ordeal and passed away in hospital. The county medical examiner came to the conclusion that Brenda had died from blunt force trauma to her head and stab wounds to her neck. They ruled her death a homicide. This left detectives to deliver the tragic news to Steve that his wife was dead.
Well, not really bad news. Your wife passed away.
Damn, bro. Come on, bro.
Detectives investigated Sydney's claims that an intruder was responsible, but their findings didn't seem to match her story, and the evidence was painting a different picture altogether. This left detectives with one final devastating task to carry out, telling Steve that his own daughter killed his wife.
Bro, that's so much at one time, bro.
What happened?
I don't think someone broke into the house. I don't know if your wife and daughter got into an argument, got physical. I mean, the window was broken, but there's no forced entry into the house. Did your wife and daughter ever have like really heated arguments? No. This is not possible. Your son's outside. He doesn't want you to go on.
My son's here?
Yes.
Would you like one of us to just go be with your son?
I don't know.
Yo, he probably ain't even seen his son. Cause when it's a father-son thing, like we can separate, not talk for a minute, and then it's like right back at home. If that's the situation, right? You can, like, you know what I'm saying? You know your son gonna be good. He gonna be alright in the world. Your daughter, you gonna be like more like careful with. You know what I mean? So his son pulled up. I don't know. You could just tell from his voice. He's like, my son's here. Fuck. Like, damn, bruh. They gonna be real close after this, man. That's all I can really say. They probably, if they not close, they gonna be a lot closer after this horrifying, terrible, just reckless situation. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be a lot closer after this, cause this whole thing is insane, bro.
Take your time. There's no rush for anything.
It's simply impossible to imagine the turmoil Steve must be going through at this moment. His wife murdered and his daughter the main suspect. Finally, Steve realizes the detectives might be right, leaving him to deliver the news to his son.
Clearly they think Sydney did this. I lost two. She's going to jail forever. Wife's dead.
You know, they're going to do everything they can to make sure that they find out exactly what happened. Nothing's definite as of yet. They still have to do their investigating.
Where's Andrews? He was sitting out there by himself, or was he with?
They're supposed to be.
Well, yeah, I don't want anybody in here with me when I talk to him. I don't want anybody. I just want me and him. That's legal. I don't care.
You don't want any of us?
I don't want any of you. No, I just want Andrew.
So you just come and get us when you're ready, okay?
You want me to do it? I don't know. They don't know. They haven't told me. They're investigating.
Sydney was arrested and charged for the murder of Brenda Powell. She claimed insanity at first, saying she had almost no memory of what happened, including hitting Brenda with the cast iron skillet and fatally stabbing her. The jury didn't believe Sydney, and she was found guilty on 2 counts of murder, 1 count of felonious assault, and 1 count of tampering with evidence. Sydney Powell was sentenced to life in prison with a chance of parole after 15 years.
Woo. That is crazy, dog. And I get, you know, it's a known fact that like most situations like this happen with the people you closest to, whether it's like loved ones, something like that, or neighbors, friends. It's all people around you, close to you, close proximity of you that see you all the time. That's where most of these things happen. Family members, definitely, a lot of the times. And I don't know, that's just wild though, bro. That is wild, dog. Open communication, bro. Always try to stay in good spirits with people. Never fully trust anybody in the world. That, like, this ain't funny, but it's just like real talk. Like, never fully 100% all the way give full trust to anybody in the world. And always try to be as friendly, open communication with people, so you can know where everybody stands, and there's never no dark secrets lurking, you know, in the shadows, man. That's it. Y'all let me know what you think of this video, man. Give me some more interesting videos to react to, and that's it, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Remember to keep it real. Real is rare. Real always reaches everyone. Next time. Peace.